What's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all for tuning in today. It's Ghiman Mckinney. Be sure to like this video right now. Subscribe to my channel if you're new and love great sports topics. I talk about sports pretty much almost every single day, giving y'all great videos, okay? But today, guys, we're going to talk about Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder and why Russell Westbrook, quite frankly, is no longer a top 10 player in the NBA right now, and why the Oklahoma City Thunder are never going to win a championship, in my opinion. By the way, always go Warriors, go Kevin Durant. You know, Kevin Durant is my guy. But before I want to touch on this topic, I wanted to give credit to the Portland Trail Blazers. Okay, the Portland Trail Blazers, I went out and said they need to go out and prove to me that they're contenders, you know. And I said Damian Lillard is one of the 5 players that needs to go out and prove himself in the playoffs. You know, Damian Lillard previously had only won 1 playoff series in his career. They got swept by the Portland Trail Blazers last year, even after having home court advantage. So Damian Lillard definitely answered the bell. He answered the bell with a 50 ball last year and a deadly 3-point shot to end the series. That was a cold-blooded shot. Will be one of the most memorable shots in NBA history. Damian Lillard has now proven to me he is a top 10 player in the NBA. Okay, Damian Lillard is that special. He deserves a lot of props. Portland Trail Blazers also are title contenders, in my opinion. They can make the Western Conference Finals, okay? But we're here to talk about the obvious. Russell Westbrook is no longer a top 10 player in the league. And Oklahoma City would never win a championship. You cannot win a championship with Russell Westbrook. You just can't. If he's the number 1 option on your team and the main ball handler, you will never win a championship for a couple of reasons. For one, listen, don't give me the triple-doubles. I don't care about the triple-doubles, okay? Russell Westbrook, yes, I give him credit. Getting triple-doubles is amazing. But they do not equate to wins. They've not equated to wins over the past 3 years. Oklahoma City, since Kevin Durant has been gone off this team, they have not gotten past the first round of the playoffs. In these last 2 years, in my opinion, there's been no excuse, okay? They have been the better team than both teams, okay? They are a better team on paper than the Portland Trail Blazers right now. They are a better team on paper than the Utah Jazz were last year, okay? There's no excuse these last 2 years for losing in the first round. There was an excuse the year before that when they lost to Houston, okay? When Russell Westbrook was pretty much by himself, okay? I do not blame Russell Westbrook for that. But the last 2 years is on Russell Westbrook, okay? This man has failed to shoot 40% in 3 playoff series straight the last couple years. 3 straight playoff series, Russell Westbrook has not shot 40% from the floor. He religiously has not shot over 30% from 3. He's shooting around 30% from 3 in all 3 of those series. He's a 30% career 3-point shooter in the playoffs. This year in the regular season, his shooting plummeted from free throw range. He is no longer a 70% free throw shooter. He cannot make free throws anymore. Russell Westbrook has always been in the low 40s as far as his shooting percentage goes overall for a game. That's not great in the first place. Russell Westbrook is the problem in Oklahoma City. Consistently, at the end of games, they blow leads. They had a 13-point lead last night versus the Portland Trail Blazers, and they blew it because Russell Westbrook does not know how to tone it down, and he's not great in the clutch. Russell Westbrook, in order for him to dominate games, he has to have the ball in his hands, okay? If he does not have the ball in his hands, what is he doing? He's a terrible off-ball player because he can't shoot. He's a terrible shooter. He's one of the worst shooters in the league. His mid-range jump shot is not there anymore, okay? Russell Westbrook and his inability to adjust to the game today is just bad, okay? And listen, people want to say, oh, Oklahoma City was a 6 seed, man. Portland's better. No, they're not a better team. Oklahoma City's a better team than Portland, okay? I saw Oklahoma City as a 3 seed early in the year. They were a 3 seed, and I saw more of Russell Westbrook in the second half after the All-Star break. More Russell Westbrook taking shots and taking ownership of the offense, and less of Paul George. Paul George was a top 3 MVP candidate. He probably still is. But you can make the argument Paul George was one of the MVPs of the league on the first half of the year. The second half after the All-Star break, he went ghost. Russell Westbrook did not get him involved enough. I saw more Russell Westbrook taking shots, more of him taking the shots in the clutch, and less of Paul George, okay? The OKC eroded because of Russell Westbrook. So they shouldn't have been a 6 seed in the first place. Russell Westbrook is the reason why they have not moved past the first round. Let this sink in. Since Kevin Durant left Oklahoma City, they have not won a road playoff game in 3 years. Have not won a single playoff game on the road. I'm sorry. In order to win a playoff series, you have to win at least 1 game on the road, at the least. And they've not done that since Russell Westbrook's been running the show. Russell Westbrook's not going to get any better, okay? This is what he is. He's played 90-plus career playoff games. He's shooting 41% in those games. He's shooting 30% from 3. He consistently, even back when he was with Kevin Durant, they consistently did not close out close, tight games. He consistently was ghost in the clutch. He was not there in the clutch. You know, in that crazy game 6 versus the Golden State Warriors where they blew a 3-1 lead, Russell Westbrook turned the ball over in 5 straight possessions at the end of the game. 5 straight possessions. He is the reason they've not won a championship. Russell Westbrook is the problem in Oklahoma City. He's the reason they will never win a championship. He cannot shoot anymore. In a shooting league, Russell Westbrook cannot shoot. He cannot hit a 3, cannot hit a jump shot, and now reluctantly cannot hit free throws, at least during the regular season. Back to what I said, he's no longer a top 10 player in this league. He is now the 4th best point guard. I'd rather much have Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, and Damian Lillard leading my team. Let's start with Steph Curry. Steph Curry is better than Russell Westbrook. Flip teams, okay? Which team just got better? You put Steph Curry in Oklahoma City, you put Russell Westbrook on Golden State. Steph Curry amazingly makes the Oklahoma City Thunder better because the Oklahoma City Thunder struggle with shooting. And Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. Steph Curry does not always need the ball in his hands to be dominant. Russell Westbrook does. He's a much better off-ball player. He's a much efficient scorer and shoots better from the field. Steph Curry has won 2 MVPs. He has 3 championships. He is better than Russell Westbrook. Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving has a career over 70% winning percentage in the playoffs. Kyrie Irving is a great closer. I've seen Kyrie Irving hit the shot of shots in the NBA Finals. I've seen Kyrie Irving drop 40-some straight points on Steph Curry's head in the playoffs. I've seen Kyrie Irving be efficient in the biggest moments, in the toughest spots in the playoffs. I've seen him hit tough, clutch playoff shots. And throughout the regular season, he's been the much more efficient player. He's always been. He's a much better shooter. I'd rather have Kyrie Irving. And lastly, Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard has been leading the Portland Trailblazers the last couple of years to 3 and 4 and 5 seeds with much less talent than Russell Westbrook, okay? Much less talent. And he pretty much proved in a one-on-one situation versus Russell Westbrook this year, he is better. He was first team All-NBA last year. Russell Westbrook was not. He is much better at the end of games. I'd rather have Damian Lillard leading my team. He's a straight killer. He can make tough shots in the playoffs. Playoffs is all about hitting tough perimeter shots, and that's what Damian Lillard can do. And also, let's look at some other players. LeBron James. Do we need to start there? No. LeBron James is better than Russell Westbrook. Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has always been better than Russell Westbrook. He has 4 scoring titles. He's the much efficient player. He's a much better killer in the clutch. He's hit these shots in the NBA Finals versus LeBron James. Kevin Durant is better than Russell Westbrook. He is better at leading his team. And also, when Russell Westbrook got hurt a couple years ago, Kevin Durant led the Golden State Warriors when Russell Westbrook was missing all that time and only played 20 games to the number 2 seed. So Kevin Durant can lead a team too. I would much rather have Giannis Antetokounmpo over Russell Westbrook. When's the last time Russell Westbrook led a team to 60 wins in a season? I've not seen it. Giannis is better than Russell Westbrook. He's much better defensively too and shoots over 55% from the field. Giannis dominates games. Joel Embiid is better than Russell Westbrook. Joel Embiid dominates on both offense and defense, and he's better at leading a team in my opinion. He can translate the wins. I think that Joel Embiid can get out the first round if he needed to, okay? Anthony Davis is better than Russell Westbrook. Anthony Davis went into Portland and swept the Portland Trailblazers last year. He actually took over that entire series. Has Russell Westbrook absolutely imposed his will and took over a series in which led to wins? No. Anthony Davis has always been a much better shot blocker, a better rebounder, a better scorer. Well, not better scorer, but he's been a much efficient scorer and a way better defender than Russell Westbrook has ever been in his career, will ever aspire to be. James Harden. James Harden has been dominating the NBA the last 3 or 4 years. He's been the top 2 or 3 in the MVP race the last 3 years. When is Russell Westbrook in the top 3 MVP race the last couple years? He's won one MVP, but ever since then, Russell Westbrook has eroded downward ever since he won the MVP, okay? James Harden is dominating the NBA, and I think he could play 5-6 more years of great play. Russell Westbrook, I think he's peaked. He's not going to get any better. James Harden, while he's not the defender Russell Westbrook is a much better shooter, much more clutch, and he's led his team to playoff wins. He's led the Houston Rockets to 2 Western Conference Finals. Has Russell Westbrook on his own led the Oklahoma City Thunder to a playoff series win? No, he's not. And he's had prime Paul George and prime Kevin Durant. Kawhi Leonard is a better player than Russell Westbrook. He is a Finals MVP. He's a much better defender, much more impactful off the ball. Kawhi Leonard is a better player than Russell Westbrook. So I just gave you, let's see, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, James Harden, Steph Curry, Giannis, Kyrie, Damian Lillard, Kawhi Leonard, Joel Embiid, in no particular order are better than Russell Westbrook. And Paul George, his own teammate right now, is better than Russell Westbrook. You cannot win a championship with Russell Westbrook. He is done for. I'm sorry, he's not going to get any better. And until he adjusts his play style, Oklahoma City will never win a championship. That's a wrap for this video. Be sure to like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. I do post a ton of great sports videos, like I said, pretty much almost every single day. Comment if you agree with me or you disagree with me. Is Russell Westbrook still in your top 10? For me, he's about number 12 for me right now. I'm Ghost.